welcome filmmakers, fans, and friends to Indie Cinema Showcase, your #1 source for filmmaking, conventions, and everything in between. I'm Christina Carmona.
And I'm Nando Roman. Together, we'll be bringing you the best and brightest that Florida has to offer with a focus on Central Florida.
As you can see on our set, it's Christmas time, and we've got a very special ICS Christmas episode in store for you today.
Last year, for our Christmas special, we visited Give Kids the World Village's A Night of a Million Light. They're a great charity that we totally support, and we ask you to visit their website and donate whatever you can. Trust us, it is a worthy cause.
Yes, it is, and this year, Night of a Million Lights is being held from November 12th through January 1st at Island H2O Water Park. It's in Kissimmee, and tickets are available on their website.
Now, being it's Christmas season, we need to talk about Christmas movies. And today, we're happy to showcase a Christmas movie called A Christmas Caring.
We sat down and spoke with its director, John Binkowski, and Lisa Enos about shooting in celebration and giving a new twist to the Dickens classic, A Christmas Carol.
Let's get to it.
I wish you a Merry Christmas. I wish you a Merry Christmas.
Okay, this is a residential street. Shut down this illegal operation. Scat! Da, 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 hot chocolate for free.
This expired 4 years ago.
I would like to speak to your manager. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! You scratched my car! Lawsuit pending! Leave me alone! Christmas bugs me. That better be Amazon with the right size jeggings this time.
Hey, Karen. I warn you, you do not want to end up like us. Behold!
Okay!
I'm the ghost of past Christmases.
Christmas is yet to come.
Christmas
Presents!
So the only one that's gonna open that damn door is...
me.
Hi, I'm Karen.
And your parents left you alone on Christmas Eve.
Karen, can you not see what you're turning into?
It's better than who you are. Now look what you've done to that little girl.
She smells like an elephant's for JJ.
Booyah, bet you feel like poop on a platter now, don't you?
You've dredged up my past. You show me things in the present that made me feel really depressed.
Have you listened to yourself? Like, really listened to yourself?
Is this the future or just a possible future? I am not the woman that I was. Excuse me, I promise to never ask for a manager ever again.
Merry Christmas, everyone. Even the Muslims, I see you.
I'm Hindu. Happy Day of Christ.
Hey guys, in the studio today, we have John Binkowski and Lisa Enos with us. Guys, welcome to the show.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, glad to be here.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays to you. I love your shirt, so
Well,
festive.
thank you. Well,
You
it's
know.
themed, you know.
Yeah,
for
it's
the-
themed for Christmas, Karen, which we will get into. But first, we'd like to know a little bit about how you got started in the industry.
Okay, I'll start, if that's okay.
Go ahead.
Theme parks. I was Wally the Walrus at SeaWorld back in the 70s. And then I worked my way up the food chain, became a penguin and then an elephant seal, up to being a vice president of entertainment for SeaWorld. And in that time, I got to do all sorts of things: live shows, multimedia shows, 3D movies, fireworks, all sorts of things. It's a great place to learn what you want to do and what you're into, is working at theme parks.
Right, very hands-on.
My first job, also theme parks, Busch Gardens, and I was like an animal caretaker. And I got fired. I got laid off during a layoff, and they said, you know, your shows are really good, like your animal shows are really good, so you're not really a scientist or a biologist, so why don't you go do something in entertainment? And then I discovered John, because John was doing remodeling Cypress Gardens with all these new shows, and I'm about 10 years younger than you, but I was going in and watching like these amazing ski shows, these amazing ice shows, circus shows, all those shows. And so that's kind of how I got my name into front of him to say, can I come work for you?
Yeah, now she's actually the majority owner of the company, and I work for her.
Just
That's how it works.
Nice,
by a little
nice.
percentage.
Sounds familiar.
It does sound very, very familiar. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's not go there. Now, as far as feature films go, in our careers as theme park producers of attractions, we got to do large format films, 3D movies, multimedia presentations. everything in a theme park, you know, is usually under half an hour. It's like 20 minutes long.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm a little older than a lot of the filmmakers out there right now, but when I turned 50, I said, you know what, for a birthday present to myself, I want to try to do a feature-length film because I've been doing 20-minute things all my life to see if I could do it. And luckily, because of my theme park experience, I was able to actually cut a deal with our friends at Universal Studios and be able to shoot my first movie there. And that's where we started. Now we're on to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is our sixth.
Wow.
That's pretty amazing. So when it came to actually like putting together the scripts for your films, how did you go about that?
Well, that's a good question because a lot of it is opportunities that present themselves. Yes, we always have something that we'd like to do. Lisa had a fantastic idea of doing life growing up in a theme park. We know theme parks. Let's write about what you know about. But in a lot of cases, like with my first movie, it was just an opportunity. There was a Halloween Horror Nights set that was on a soundstage at Universal, and it was sitting there for a month waiting to be shown off at a convention to conventioneers. And during that time, between Halloween and mid-November, close to Thanksgiving, we had an opportunity to get in there, and I made a deal where if I pay for the rental of the space, I get this, I don't know how much money, $500,000 set to be able to play on, and that's how we did it. So we actually wrote the script based off of the opportunity.
That. Sometimes that's how it works.
That's how it works. That's right.
So where did the idea for Christmas Karen come from?
Well, that's interesting. You can tell that.
Well, John's lovely wife Shona and his son Griffin were decorating their house in celebration for Christmas, and the theme was A Christmas Carol. And it's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. And Celebration has tons of people that come in to look at all the Christmas houses. But his wife, Shona, said something like, wouldn't it be funny if it was like there was a Christmas Karen? And
I went, oh, really? Now, the reason I did that was because we had been trying to think of what is a movie that would bring a lot of people in. We can't afford a big star, so why don't we go high concept? Lisa had this great idea. Let's do Florida Man. I'm like, oh, that's hilarious. You hear Florida Man, the movie, you want to see it because you just want to see how crazy they are. But COVID hit. We couldn't do it. By the time we came back around,
there's 4 other production companies doing some version of Florida Man, and none of them are shooting in Florida, which is a little
sad
for
but
Florida.
They're big production companies that are doing it. So we're like, that's out. We're out. But then Shona had mentioned A Christmas Karen, and I'm like, that's high concept. That makes people interested. And that's very much like Florida Man, because Florida Man, we wanted to show, yes, Florida Men are crazy and everything, but there's a little bit more to them than that. There's reasons why they're doing what they're doing. Same thing with Karen's. There's reasons why Karen does what she does. And we wanted to delve into that deeper. And who's the biggest Karen of the world? Ebenezer Scrooge.
Yeah.
So and it's perfect. And then you find out, oh my gosh, this person who is a meme basically actually has a whole past, and there's whole reasons for why they do what they do. That particular story is a great story. And so I just kind of wrote on Charles Dickens' coattails there.
And you know what's so great about that too? It's like everybody knows Karen.
Right.
So that's what you mean by high concept. Like, this is a person that's like faceless. We know her hairstyle though, right? We got the hairstyle.
Close, yes.
But it's like, it's a great idea because it's someone that we all recognize.
Yeah. And I think if you see the movie also, yes, we absolutely take advantage of the meme to get you interested to see the movie. But once you see the movie, you go, oh, it's much more than that.
But it's somebody who's probably shouldn't be redeemed, gets an opportunity to be redeemed. And then when you find out their backstory, and that's what we're kind of asking during Christmas, right? Let's care about each other. Let's not just judge people on the surface of the mood or the issues that they're having, because we don't know what anyone's going through right now. We do know with COVID, lots of people are going through lots of things. So it's just it's kind of just a nice gesture. And Dickens wrote a classic, so you know, if you could play with that and have fun with that.
Yeah,
this is Karen's like redemption.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's the film that Karen needed.
And it puts a female in the lead role that's never been a female character.
It sure does.
That's always fun too.
Yes, and we're very, very proud of all of our actors. They did a wonderful job.
Now, you guys mentioned, you touched on earlier that, you're with the concept of Florida Man, that you have all these productions that are filming outside of the state of Florida.
Yeah.
How was it for you guys actually making the decision to actually film here in Florida?
It's an easy decision. I mean, we would love for the state to follow through with the incentives. That would be great for our local crew and our local cast. Unfortunately, a lot of them are having to go work out of state.
Right.
And there's lots of, luckily it's close, and state's close. But Florida is such an amazing location. There's just so many amazing locations. There's such great talent and crew here because of the theme parks, because of the amount of production that happens every day. It's just insane that there aren't incentives and that Florida isn't the #1 filming location in the world.
But all 6 of our features have all taken place in Florida and celebrate Florida. And we're taking advantage of the fact that we live here. This is our home.
This is home.
We know the coffee shop people. We know the funeral home people. We deal with them all the time, so we can take advantage of the relationships that we have.
Right.
And it's a fantastic.
At the same way, it's a great way, like, networking with all these local companies and stuff like that. Because at the end of the day, not only are you telling the story that you want to put out there, that's touching on a subject that you really want people to kind of focus on. At the same time, you're actually showcasing Central Florida and Orlando, the Orlando area itself, and showing people, hey, look at all the wonderful places that you can actually come down here and shoot. Like, it doesn't have to be Hollywood. You can shoot here.
Yeah, Florida Man Productions.
Yeah.
Don't just get a sunset.
Now, how did you guys come up with the concept for the ghosts?
Oh, well, that came initially from the script.
Right,
I mean,
right.
so, but then a lot of it had to do with casting and finding the right people for that. And Lauren O'Quinn was our casting director, also a producer, has an acting studio.
Class Act Studios.
Yes, Class Act Studios, very tapped in to all of the different agents that are out there. And I do recommend if you're an actor, get an agent, because that's what we do. We ask our casting director to go talk to the agents, and the agent can go, I've got just the person for you. And that's how we found them. We were very lucky to be able to get a very diverse, interesting group of ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, the costuming was pretty spectacular, especially Christmas Past.
Yeah. Christmas
Oh,
Past
the
is-
white
Christmas
feathers.
Past
really
costume was
loved
just
that one.
spectacular.
I just still remember the fitting that happened, and as soon as all of those pieces were put on, it was like a runway walk. It was just so fabulous. And Ann Close Farley is our costumer, and she put so much love and energy into each of the ghosts and each of the characters.
And they developed the characters out of that. So, there's some things that came out of the characters and how they evolved. Some of it came out of costuming. I'd love to say it's because we were the directors and we came up with this, but we did not.
We're not capable of doing everything.
And we know, as producers and actors, that costuming is magical. For some reason, you put that costume on and you are the character. So it's cool.
Very good
Now,
stuff.
when you guys are filming, like, you guys shot in a lot of different locations, Celebration, it's like Winter Springs, all those areas over there. Like, how was it filming in so many multiple locations? I know, like, was permitting? Did you have issues with that?
Oh yeah.
We'd like to thank Gary Dean for getting all of the permits for all the locations and having to do multiple permits when locations fell through at the last minute. Thank you, Gary.
Yes. Celebration, where we shot a lot in, and we did shoot between Thanksgiving and Christmas because that's when all the Christmas decorations are out.
Yeah.
That's a difficult town to get permitting for. They're wonderful people and they want to help and they want to be involved, but there's lots of entities involved in there. You go to Orlando, just one permit. We do have to sometimes close down streets, so we have to get police and things like that. That's a little bit of a challenge, but I will say that the different locations, the toughest thing is what we call the company move. And that's everybody picks up costume, everybody picks up
goes to the next
equipment,
location.
moves.
It's like setting up a circus in a different town almost, and that does eat up part of your day.
You'll notice with our earlier films, one film takes place in a house where ladies in a house and she's one location. Another film, it's a tornado, a hurricane, and they're in the house and they're in one location. This one, we decided to change locations. That's a challenge, just because of logistics.
Just cost. I mean, just the truck rentals alone and all that, and and then the move. It just takes a lot of time for everyone to set up.
A lot of time, but it was well done, and I noticed that you guys had a lot of really cool effects.
Yes, we did. There's a company that I would like to say is located in Orlando, but they're really an anomaly.
Global. They're all over.
They're called Theory Studios, and Theory did some wonderful effects. And the way we found them is actually we were doing another project, and they lost the project. They didn't win the bid, but they caught our eye. And since then, we've done animated animated shorts with them. We've done special effect theme park attractions with them, and they stepped right up for this one. So they did a great job. And the way they operate is that there's somebody in Orlando, but there's somebody also in California and somebody in Texas.
And they work in the cloud, and then
cloud.
they just zoom together. I guess it's Zoom meetings so that they can all share information
And I guess the key to that was basically bringing them in early.
Right.
Bring them in early so that they can be a part of the creative process, so they can help you. I can say, how can I do this for this budget? And they go, okay, well, you give me some leeway, and you haven't already shot it, and I have to deal with what you already shot, they can help you out a lot. So we try to bring all those post-production disciplines in really early on so that they can have input to help us with the budget.
Wonderful.
So they don't like the term "fix it in post," then, right?
No, we did though. I mean, we did have kind of logistically worked out all of the effect scenes and understood camera movements and what we were doing. But our final day of shooting was on green screen so that we could get some of those shots that we needed, and also Theory scanned all of the performers.
Yeah. So when Jackie's crawling out of the oven,
They could manipulate
that's
that.
a scan and then manipulate like a puppet. So that was fascinating.
And that character, by the way, had the most makeup.
I was gonna say, I was
the
like, the
eyes,
prosthetics and the eyes, on that one
everything,
was
the hair,
beautiful.
the costume, the chastity belt.
Chastity belt.
Whoa.
Yes, there's a chastity belt. Check it out. A Christmas
There you go. We're giving you sneak
chains.
peeks at to what it's all about. It's not that kind of film, people.
No,
It's a
it's
Christmas
not.
story, okay?
It's a Christmas movie.
So I mean, some of the visual effects on there were just phenomenal. Like one of the ones that particularly that stood out for me the most was when Karen was close to Christmas past and she kept touching and letting go of his hand, and it kept switching back and forth between the present and the past time, and there was just such subtle nuances in that scene itself that just made it really stand out.
And it's not just the special effects guys. Now, yes, Theory did a wonderful job of changing, from one place to another with the different plates. But then also you've got lighting. The guys are on the lights because every time she touches them, the lights have to change.
Yeah.
The lights change again. Lights change again. You're outside. You're inside.
And one poor guy's just blowing the feathers on the ghost's shoulders.
Poor guy, Gary.
Every time
Gary did it.
Thank you, Gary,
Yeah.
for that as
And
well.
he-
Gary,
so-
sorry, we probably owe you more money.
Right. When he's outside, you see wind that's on him. But when he's inside, we take it away. So there's a lot of different people working together. And that's another thing is that we love making movies because in a lot of cases, it's a very collaborative effort. Even the post-production guys are there on the set. And the sound guys are on the set.
It's
And
like jazz, or it's like improv. Everybody is like
Everybody's doing
solving
something.
and contributing, and the collaboration is just so cool, especially in the
really
middle of the
teamwork.
night when you're tired and that kind of magic happens. It gets everybody reinvigorated to keep going.
it's a real
So
team effort.
what are the plans for this film?
Oh, the plans for this film have already gone into place. The evil plan is happening. No, they
Insert evil laugh here.
we found a fantastic distribution company. They found us, named FilmRise, and FilmRise has it currently on various platforms: iTunes, Apple TV, Google Play, Amazon, like that. YouTube, where you can rent or you can purchase, and also Pluto TV has it for free with commercials, but it is available on Pluto TV as well. So that's what's happening, and we're hoping, beyond hope, that this becomes an annual thing, that it becomes something that's part of, the traditions.
Christmas
While you're
list of
making
what to
cookies or
watch.
whatever, just
Yeah.
throw on a Christmas Karen. Let's see the chastity belt scene again. I'm making cookies.
I love it. And where can we find more info about you guys and maybe what you guys have coming up next?
The best thing is to go to our different websites that represent the different movies. achristmaskaren.com. It's really easy. Becauseofcharlie.com. Because of Charlie, but CHARLEY, because that
It
was
was
the
the
name.
hurricane was
Hurricane
named that
Charles,
way,
yeah.
and that spelling for new filmmakers. Watch out for the spelling of your names because it does matter when people are searching for it on
Yeah.
streaming platforms.
Yes, because we did a movie called Characters. Great movie, hard to find because we ended it with a Z. Characters with a Z.
Don't do that.
That was really cute. Can't find it.
Learn from your mistakes.
Yes, so
we
that's
have
why
made
a
some.
Christmas Karen, we're like, should we? No, don't goof around with the name. It's Karen, K-A-R-E-N.
Karen.
So, and that makes it a lot easier to find. So,
Great.
and then for the future, we are planning. Maybe there's another Karen adventure, which would be fun.
Maybe something else.
Maybe something else.
More
We
mysterious.
Yep, we are filmies that love all genres, and we like to play in all genres that we can afford.
Oh, well, we cannot wait to see what's next. Thank you guys so much for coming into the studio and chatting with us. Guys watching, you have to see A Christmas Karen. There is no reason why you can't because it is everywhere. Thank you guys. We wish you the best with your film.
Thank you.
And
Happy
Merry
holidays.
Christmas.
Oh, Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Happy Hanukkah. Okay.
All of it.
That was a fun movie, and we highly recommend you check it out.
Now, speaking of a fun movie, I say we give our audience our Christmas picks of films to see before they die.
That is a great idea. I'll start. Top of my list, I definitely have to say A Muppet's Christmas Carol, because, I mean, Jim Henson, Muppets, Michael Caine, instant classic. I mean, how did you not love that movie? Kermit the Frog here. Second on the list, A Christmas Story.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's not Christmas until somebody says fudge.
Yeah, and you got like a 2-for-1 now.
Yeah,
You
the
watched
sequel.
the original and then the sequel.
I still haven't watched it yet, but it's on my to-do
It's
list.
really good.
Next, It's a Wonderful Life. If you're a fan of being depressed during the holidays, this is the film for you, because it will make you sad until the very end.
Yeah, yeah.
Next on my list, The Santa Claus, because Tim Allen in a fat suit is pretty funny.
And I really like how they made the transition into Santa, like how you become Santa, you just start turning into him.
I like that.
Yeah.
And of course, the King of Kings, the Christmas movies of all Christmas movies, Die Hard.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not.
It is not Christmas until Hans Gruber is falling off of Nakatomi Plaza Tower.
It is not Christmas until you fed a gremlin after midnight.
But it's always after midnight.
Yes, but that is my pick.
Good segue.
Yeah, because, I mean, come on, Gizmo is so cute.
Yeah, I gotta admit, Mogwais are pretty damn cute.
Yeah, and for the hustle and bustle Christmas, Jingle All The Way.
Great film. But this is the reason why I shop online.
But you can't get a Turbo Man online. Not the same.
True, but I don't have to deal with people. You know how I am with people, a humbug.
That's my next film, Scrooged. I absolutely love this variation of a classic tale. Bill Murray did so good.
Fantastic.
And then next, Elf, because who doesn't love seeing Will Ferrell in tights?
I love that movie so much.
It's a good
Hey,
one.
buddy, hope you find your dad.
And he does. He does. Bless his heart. Bless his heart. And for the feel of feels, Miracle on 34th Street. Just a classic.
It is.
I mean, I did feel bad though when Santa ended up on the stand.
I mean, I'd probably feel sad too if, like, you know, Santa was real. Overall, still great movie and great suggestions.
Yeah, they are. But we're still missing 2 more films.
Do tell.
Yeah. 2 more short films shot locally. One takes place on Thanksgiving called Invaders by director Jason Cupford, a horror comedy about 2 bumbling robbers and their attempt to rob a family on Thanksgiving.
Well, we saw what happens to robbers when they take on kids on Christmas. Let's hope Thanksgiving is a little bit different.
Ah, that's another one. Home Alone 2.
Oh, that's
And finally, a Christmas short called Christmas to the Rescue, written and directed by Rick Danford, and it's about Mr. and Mrs. Claus taking a break at a bed and breakfast right before Christmas Eve.
Ah, how I miss being a kid and believing in Santa.
What do you mean? Santa is real.
Come on, you don't really believe in Santa Claus, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, you're just pulling my leg.
I've seen him, and I've always left him cookies.
Tina, you have animals. If you leave food out, they're gonna eat it in the morning.
They don't like cookies. Anyway, you'll see when Santa doesn't give you your gifts.
Well, I didn't believe in him last year.
And you didn't get anything last year.
Because he doesn't exist.
Merry Christmas! Christina!
Santa!
My favorite show host. So good to see you.
What are you doing here?
Well, I thought I would do a practice run before my actual run on Christmas Eve.
This is not possible.
Oh, it is possible, Nando. And I'm still very ashamed of you that you're on my naughty list again this year. I'm real, Nando. And you can get off of the naughty list and onto my nice list if you're just nicer to, well, your show co-host, Christina here.
Wait, what?
She told me about all the ways that you've been picking on her.
What did you tell him?
Everything.
Well, I've got to go, so you two be good. And all of you out there in TV land, you be good too. Merry Christmas. Oh, and Christina, one more hug. And don't you worry, I'll get you everything that you asked for Christmas.
Really?
Really?
I love you, Santa. You're the best.
I love you, Christina. Merry Christmas.
I can't believe that just happened. And you telling him that I pick on you?
Well, sirs, you're right. Now you know he's real and that he's always watching and listening.
I've missed out on so many presents.
Yep.
Because of you.
Now, naughty list, remember?
But,
Well, that's all the time we have for this episode of ICS. We want to thank John Binkowski and Lisa Enos Smith for sitting down with us. And don't forget to buy and or rent A Christmas Karen, which is now available in all streaming services.
we hope you've learned something new, saw something that you love, or got inspired to get off your couch and go make a Christmas movie of your own. Who knows? It might be good enough for us to screen on the next Indie Cinema Showcase.
And don't forget to follow us on our socials, Facebook at ICS TV, Instagram at ICS TV Show, and on YouTube, Rumble, Roku, and Apple Plus by looking up Indie Cinema Showcase.
And if you want a chance to have your work, event, convention, or film festival featured on ICS, send us an email at icstv@yahoo.com.
Until then, the set is closed, and as they say in the movie business, that's a wrap.
See you next time. Oh, wait, what's Santa getting you?
A Tesla. Toodles.
Wait, for real, a Tesla?
Yep.
Wait, can I borrow it?
Nope.
Tina, come on, let me borrow your Tesla.
No.
Ah, humbug. I'm just kidding, Santa, I'm just kidding, I'm just messing around.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Santa!
Wait till I say ho, ho,
Oh,
ho.
oh shit.
A little too
Sorry.
excited.
I mean, oh snap.
All right, Christina, you just put off my naughty list.
Take it
Get
back.
off my effing naughty list, Christina. All right.
Alright, let's do it again.
What?
Right. She told me about all the ways that you've been picking on her. It's not very nice. So,
Sorry, Santa.
You don't cut Santa off, okay?
I got a little excited.
you two be good, and you two out the hell shit. You two people watching the show, you be good too. I am real, and you do have a chance to get off my naughty list and on my nice list. All you have to do is, I'll just do all the lines if you'd like. Because that's what I do.
What?
All you have to do is be nicer to your... If you were just nicer to your show co-host, this one, you know her. She's special.
Oh, she's special, all right.
Cut. This is exactly what we're talking about.
Santa ain't here no more to save your ass.
Santa sees and listens to everything. And we've got a very special ICS Christmas episode.
Who fucked up? Who fucked up?
I was saving your
Who
ass.
fucked up?
I was giving you another chance.
From the top. We visited Give Kids the World's Villages A Night of a Million Lights. They are a charity. Son of bitches, because
They're a cherry.
I was celebrating
Who
in my head. I was
fucked
like,
up
yes, I got it right. It was like, there's
Who
more
fucked up?
lines.
No, I saw the excitement. You went, I said it.
Yes!
We give you a new twist to the Dickens classic, A Christmas Carol.
Let's get to it. Booyah!
I'm not sure how we did that.
Booyah!
I'm not even sure.
Let's do one more.
Oh, Jerry.
Just slow it down. Just slow it down a tad bit.